Tarisland is a highly anticipated MMORPG for cross-platform players, both PC and mobile, and people have been waiting for the official announcement for the date when the game is actually launching. Now, there was a date previously that was an expected date, which was 23rd of June, but now the official date has been finally leaked, and from my sources that I've talked to, it is actually confirmed that this leak is real. So we're gonna be jumping into all the juicy Tarisland news. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys check out the link in the description below if you guys want to pre-register for the game and or join my guild for the launch. But let's jump right into the video. So my DMs blew up today because there was this leaked information. I mean, I can just show you guys the leaked stuff right here. So this is the leaked picture that was quickly leaked and removed, and it was this message, this picture with this message, and for those that are wondering, what does that say, Spid? This is basically like the translation. Now it says launched on June 19th. However, it also says something below here, which is Tarisland world release globally in June. Now I can confirm 100% that the game in China, the official launch for the game in China will be June 19th. However, this thing message below here that says Tarisland released globally in June makes me question a little bit, because if the official launch is June 19th, and then it's saying the global launch is later in June or sometime other in June. Now we don't have the official a global announcement yet, but this was another post right here. As you can see, it says official first release schedule 9, and then follow the steps and you get this free mount. So this is real. So the mount, it's coming out. I talked to my sources. Now the big question around this is, what about the global launch, right? What about when is the global launch coming? Now from my sources so far, because what we knew about Tarisland is the game was supposed to launch at the same time. We actually asked a question to one of the head admins in the Discord if the game is launching at the same time, because that's what was expected of everybody, that the global launch and the Chinese launch will be at the same time, and that's what they've been saying, and that's what they said, so that's what we expected, right? But from my sources that I'm getting now is that the global launch might not be at the same time. Either it's going to be a few days after. Maybe the reason for that is that the China is ahead of us, so China launch is 19th and the global launch is 20th, or that it's releasing later in June, or maybe even after. We don't know. They're going to have an official statement, I think, on Friday, so we'll know a little bit more. But I want to go in a little bit of small rant. So if the game is releasing at the same time, the global launch and Chinese launch is at the same time, perfect. You can ignore this rant that I'm going to go on. However, if it's not releasing on the same time, that's very unfortunate, especially for the global players, because first of all, it was promised that it would be launching at the same time. We'll be waiting a lot of years for it, and it's really bad when the game is already out in China for some days or even a week or a month, because then a lot of the excitement and the predictions and stuff we have for new content, raids, dungeons, because this is a heavily PvE focused game. So when raids and dungeons are already explored in the Chinese version and translated over, then it kind of ruined a lot of the excitement built for the global population to actually enjoy the game. So this is why I was really hoping and asking for the game to launch at the same time, because that's how it should be for every game. That it shouldn't be that the China is ahead of us. So I really hope that that is not the case, because it would be really bad overall, because a lot of players, I mean, I'm definitely, if the game doesn't launch at the same time, I'm going to be playing the Chinese game, obviously, at the start, you know. So hopefully they change it, because I know the Chinese version, the global launch version, is a little different. And not when it comes to content is going to be the same, but when it comes to like the elf messenger bag and the pay to win level, all that stuff will be lower and better for the global launch, but the game itself will be the same thing. So I actually really hope that they launch the games at the same time. It does not make sense at all launching them separately. You know, it would ruin a lot of excitement for the global audience. So hopefully they respect that, but we don't know at this point, but we will know on Friday the exact date of the official launch, because I know they wrote on Discord that we're getting news very soon about the official launch, so probably will be probably on Friday. But the official date, at least you can play the game in China on the 19th, and hopefully that'll be the same day for the global launch. But it seems like global launch is right around the corner, so probably if it doesn't launch June 19th, it'll probably be like the week after, most likely, a week in between. I don't think they will delay it even further than June. But I played the beta, so let's talk a little bit about the beta and the content for the game, because they made some changes. I mean, a lot of changes. They added a lot of new content too. If you go to the competition, they added a new battleground mode right here that people can play now. So that's great to actually see them adding a lot of new content to even like the iOS technical tests. Added a lot of new appearances. They added new costumes, so people that enjoy, you know, getting some cool costumes, they've added a bunch of new costumes. They added a bunch of new new flying mounts. They got a bit of dragon. I showed this on my stream. You guys probably seen this. They've added, and the cool thing about these mounts are you can't buy them. These are actually, you get this by competing in arena. You get this one by competing in arena. You get this by completing Arcane Realm challenges. You get this through achievements. You get this by Arcane Realm. So there's some mounts, of course, that you can buy, but most of the cool ones you actually get by playing the game, which is really fun. So a lot of like new costumes option. They changed some of the classes. They added some cool skills. Visual effects to the Phantom Necro. They changed a little bit of some of the skills, some balancing done. The guilds are now 200 player guilds, so make sure you guys apply to my guild in the description below. If you're a hardcore and competitive player, definitely join my guild, English speaking guild in EU. But yeah, 200 player guilds. That are some new achievements, that are new quest systems. They change up some of the crafting systems, so they did a lot of changes. And for the launch, we'll actually be getting two classes, two genders for each class. We're gonna get a male female paladin, and we'll get a male female mage, and then later on we'll get probably more and more the genders for each of the classes. But the game is looking good. I'm really excited for overall the launch. We now haven't proper official date yet, but again, I'm gonna be super upset if the global launch is delayed. If they stagger the global launch compared to the China launch, it's not gonna be good for the game. All right, Tarisland, look at me. It's not gonna be good for the game. I'm telling you. So hopefully they don't change that. Also, a lot of people had questions about the raid thing. It seems like they have also removed company attempts from this game now, so you can queue up. So before, as you guys know, there used to be a certain amount of raid attempts that you can have. You could do raid one time to get rewards, and then you can enter only 2 times to help people. But now it seems like they removed it, so you can actually help and raid as much as you want, which is great. You don't get rewards as much as you want, but you can actually raid as much as you want. So that's dope. Like, they've been listening to the community. A lot of good changes. New battlegrounds map. Hopefully we get new arena maps. Arcane Realm is going to be interesting to see. They actually, oh, this is funny. So in the beta right now, the dungeon, okay, now never mind, it's not open. But yeah, you know, new raid. This is gonna be awesome to check out these new raids. They changed. Oh, this is a cool system. I showed it on my stream too. But let me show you guys. So people that are afraid to play 2 classes, like me, right? I'm playing a warrior, which is a DPS and tank, right? So I'm playing a DPS and tank. So when I'm in the DPS spec, and you guys look at my bag right here, this is a weapon I dropped with stats and a specialization right here, special attitude and stats. Now when I swap, look at this: combo, focus, armor penetration, right? And then when I swap my spec, look what happens to my gear. It swaps both stats. So it went from whatever I had, stamina and focus, to glancing and strength, or focus on whatever I had. But it changed both of my stats, and it changed the special attitude. And I think it might also change the set bonuses. So now as a player, you don't have to worry about being able to have enough gear and pieces for both your specs. You can actually make your character, you can make a full tank, but also be able to play as a DPS. I think this is a massive change. Also the workshop with the empowerments, you can now you don't lose out on your empowerments or your gems. So they made a lot of cool changes to the game, make it way more player friendly. Great stuff, man. But that is it for the video, guys. Official launch for now, or China launch of, the official game launch is June 19th. Global launch probably will find out on Friday. So either if the global launch is on June 19th too, I will not upload another video on the date. However, if the global launch is not on June 19th, I'll make another video and complain about it. Okay, so I got you guys, don't worry. But thank you guys for watching. Make guys check out this video right here. Are you guys excited for the launch? Let me know what you guys need. Do you guys want the launch to be at the same time? Let them know in the Discord. Be like, yo, we want the launch at the same time. Por favor. Okay, let them know. But thank you. Take it easy. Bye bye.